In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to find your Supabase connection string. By the end, you'll know exactly where to click in the dashboard and which options to choose so you get the right string for your app or tooling. Start by opening the Supabase dashboard in your browser and signing in if needed. From the main view, head to the projects area. If you already have a project, great, select it. If not, you can create a new project first. Remember, connection strings are specific to each project because they point to that project's database. Once you're inside the project, look toward the top of the page and click Connect. This opens a panel designed to give you ready-to-use connection details for a variety of tools and languages. In that panel, switch to the Connection String tab. This is where Supabase presents your database credentials in formats that different clients can understand. Choose the URI type to see the standard database URL format. This is the most common way to connect libraries and ORMs since it packages the host, port, database name, user, and password inside a single URL. You'll typically paste this into your application configuration or an environment variable. Keep it secure and never commit it to source control. Below the URI view, you'll notice driver and language presets. There's a PSQL option if you want a command you can run in your terminal, as well as snippets for languages like Go and many others. Pick the one that matches your stack to get a correctly formatted example with the same underlying connection details. Next, choose the source. You can use the primary database for reads and writes, or if your project is set up with read replicas, you can point read-heavy workloads to a replica. This helps distribute load and can improve performance for read-only operations. Then choose the method. Supabase offers a transaction pooler, a session pooler, and a direct connection. The transaction pooler is a great default for serverless environments and workloads that open short-lived connections for single queries or transactions. The session pooler keeps a connection for the duration of a session, which can be useful if your app expects session-level state. Direct connections bypass pooling and talk straight to Postgres, which is best for long-running, stateful connections when you fully manage concurrency and limits. When the right combination is selected, your connection string is displayed with a convenient copy button. Treat it like a secret, rotate credentials if they're ever exposed, and prefer environment variables to keep it out of your code base. That's it. You found your Supabase connection string and tailored it to your needs.